Hello friends, today I will discuss some special circuits of capacitors. Okay. Now today friends, I will discuss some circuits with you in which it becomes difficult at the very first sight to identify the series or the parallel combination. Okay? I am giving it a special name, the potential approach. Okay? Now, now friends, take a look at the circuit. I am saying C1 is equals to C2 is equals to C3, C4, C5, C6 is equals to C7. Now friends, it is a combination, it is a circuit in which we are having 6 different capacitors. Got it friends? Okay. Now the capacitances, they are same. Okay. Now at the very first sight, it becomes very difficult for us to identify the series combination or the parallel combination of some capacitors which are present in the circuit. Clear? Now, since I am giving the name potential approach, okay, we are going to use the tip that any number of points or the plates of the capacitors which are connected by a wire, they are at the same potential. Clear? Okay? Okay. Now, take a look. Now, sirs, we have to solve the equivalent capacitance between the points A and B. Okay? Clear? Now, between these 2 points, we are having a wire. Okay? It is the terminal, say A. So, I am going to call this terminal as A. Clear? Now, again, come over this terminal. Now, this terminal and this terminal, again they are connected by the wire. So, we are going to call this terminal as A. Now, again, come on to this terminal. Okay? This terminal and this terminal, they are again connected by a wire. So, we are going to call it again as A. Clear? Now, take a look. This terminal, this terminal, this terminal, this terminal. All the terminals which are marked by A, they are at the same potential. Why? Because they are connected by a wire. Clear? Now, here suppose say we are talking about this terminal. Clear? Now, this terminal and this terminal, they are again connected by the wire. If it is given the name say B, I am giving it the name say B. Okay? Again, the same story. I will mark the terminal. This terminal and this terminal, they are connected by the wire. So I am giving it the name again say B. This terminal and this terminal, they are again connected by the wire. I am giving it the name again say B. Got it, sirs? Clear? Okay. Now, what you have to do, we have to just mark out all the possible terminals. Clear? Which are at the same potential. Got it? Now, take a look. On the left side, all the terminals, they are marked as A, and on the right side all the terminals they are marked as V. Clear? Yeah. Again, we are having a junction over here. I am calling this junction as A, the point O. Okay. Now take a look. Take a look at the different capacitors. Now what we are going to do, we are going to rebuild the circuit. First of all, you need to copy this figure. Copy it. Copy it. Now what I have to do, I will just rebuild the circuit. Okay? Now, what is important? On the left side, we are having the terminal A, okay? And in the middle, we are having the terminal say O. And on the right side, we are having the terminal B. And what do you have to do? We have to calculate the equivalent capacitance between the points A and B. Clear? Okay. Now, from the figure, okay, from the figure, take a look. Now, it was the original figure, okay. Now, what do you have to do? We have to just mark the plates of the capacitors which are either connected with A, with B, or with O. Clear? Now, take a look. Let us suppose it is the first plate, it is the second plate. Let us say the third plate, let us say the fourth plate. Let us say the fifth plate, let us say sixth plate, and let us say the seventh plate, the eighth plate, the ninth plate, the 10th plate, the 11th plate, the 12th plate. Okay? Clear? Clear? Now, what do you have to do? You have to just name the capacitors. The capacitor C1 is, say, 1, 2. The plates 1 and 2. The capacitor C2 is, say, 3, 4, 3 and 4. The capacitor C3 is, say, 5, 6, 5 and 6. The capacitor C4 is 7, 8. The capacitor C5 is, say, 9, 10. And the capacitor C6 is, say, 11 and 12. Clear? Now what do you have to do? We are going to write out the plates of the capacitors which are either connected with A or with B or with O. Okay? Now, the plates which are connected with A, take a look. The plate first, the plate third, the plate 7th, and the plate 11th. They are connected with the point A. Clear? The plate first, the plate third, the plate 7th, and the plate 11th. They are connected with the point A. How? The plate first is connected with A, the plate third is connected with A, the plate 7th is connected with A, the plate 11th is again connected with A. Okay? Now comes out the point say O. Now, with the point say O, the plates which are connected, they are, say, 4, 8, then 5, then 9. Okay? The fourth plate or the capacitor C2, the 8th plate of the capacitor C4, the 5th plate of the capacitor C3, and the 9th plate of the capacitor C5. They are connected with this point C. Okay? Now comes out the point B. The 2nd plate of the first capacitor is connected with B. The 6th plate of the capacitor C3 is connected with B. Then the 10th plate is connected with B. Then the 12th plate is connected with B. Okay? Clear? Now take a look. In total there are 12 plates. Okay? Count the number. 4 plates, 4 plates, 4 plates. 12 plates, they are marked. Now what do you have to do? We have to rebuild the circuit again. Okay? How to rebuild the circuit? We are going to rebuild the circuit between the points A and B with the point O in between. Let us suppose it is the point A. With the point A, we have to connect these 4 plates. So let us say it is the first part. Let us say the second part. Let us say the third part. Let us say the fourth part. Okay? We are going to maintain the original form of the circuit. Okay? We are going to try to maintain the original form of the circuit if it is possible. Now, mark the capacitors. Okay? Name the plates. Say 1, say 3, say 7, and say 11. Clear? Okay? Now, finish up the pairs. 1, so we are going to say this will be the plate 2. 3, this will be the plate say 4. 7, this will be the plate 8. And 11, this will be the plate 12. Okay? Now the connections of the plates with the point A, they are completed. Clear? Now comes out the point C B. Now the 4th plate and the 8th plate, 4th plate and the 8th plate, they are connected with the point O. So we are going to connect the 4th plate and the 8th plate with the point say O. Clear? Now the 5th plate and the 9th plate, they are again to be connected with the point O. So we have to just complete the circuit. Say it is the plate 5 and it is the plate say 9. Now mark it 5, 6 and 9 and 10. Okay? Got it? Clear? Okay. Now comes out the point B. The plate 2, 6, 10 and 12. They are to be connected with the point B. The first 2. Let us connect it with this point say B. Okay? Then comes out 6. Let us again connect it with the point say B. Then comes out 10. Again we are connecting it with the point B. Then comes out 12. Again we are connecting it with the point B. Clear? Now the circuit gets completed. Now what you have to do? We have to just write out the names of the capacitors. This 1, 2. It was the capacitor C1. 3, 4. It was the capacitor C2. Then 7, 8. It was the capacitor C4. Then 9, 10. It was the capacitor say C5. Then 11, 12. It was the capacitor say C6. What about 5, 6? It was the capacitor say C3. Clear? Now in this way we are going to just rebuild the circuit, and now we observe that it is quite simple to find out the parallel combination. Clear? Now take a look. Take a look for the capacitor say C2 and C4. For the capacitor say C2 and C4, the left plates they are connected with A and the right plates they are connected with O. So C2 and C4 they are in parallel. C2 and C4 are in parallel. Got it? Similarly, C3 and C5 the left plates they are connected with O and the right plates they are connected with B. So again C3 and C5 they are again in parallel. C3 and C5 are in parallel. Now says these two capacitors, say C3 and C5, they are in parallel between the points O and B. Say between O and B. Clear? And C2 and C4, they are in parallel between A and O. Got it? So first of all, we are going to solve these two combinations. Okay? Let us suppose that C dash is the equivalent of C2 and C4. So let us say C2 plus a C4. The values for C2, the values for all the capacitors, they are same, say C. So C dash is C plus C. It comes out to be 2C. Got it? Again, let us suppose say C double dash is the equivalent of C3 and C5. Say C3 plus say C5. So it is C plus C. Again it comes out to be 2C. Okay? Clear? Now what we are going to do? We are going to reduce the circuit. Okay? Let's see how to reduce the circuit. Say this was the point say A. This was the capacitor C1. This was the point say B. Okay? And in the lower part, we were having the capacitor, say C6. Okay? Now their equivalent, the equivalent of C2 and C4, it was C dash. C dash. Okay? And the equivalent C dash is to be connected between the points A and O. The left plate is connected with A. The right plate is connected with the points A, O. Okay? Now, take a look for the equivalent of say C3 and C5. The capacitors, they are connected between O and B. So, their equivalent is to be connected between O and B. The equivalent is C double dash. Say C double dash. Okay, fine. Clear? Now it becomes quite simple when we are using this technique. Okay? Got it? Got it? Now, clearly, from the figure, when we are solving this arm, we are having 3 arms between the points A and B. But when we are talking about the second arm, in which the capacitors C dash and C double dash are present, clearly when you are going from A to B, there does not exist any branch in between the points A and B. So, the C dash and C double dash, they are in series with each other. So, C dash and C double dash are in series between A and B. Got it? Okay? Now, let us suppose say 1 upon say C triple dash. C triple dash is the equivalent of C dash and C double dash. So it is 1 upon say C dash plus 1 upon say C double dash. Got it? Okay? On solving it, I'm solving it over here. यहाँ पर solve कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? So 1 upon say C triple dash is written as 1 upon say 2C plus 1 upon say 2C. So the LCM is 2C, so it is 1 plus say 1. It is 2 by 2C, 2 cancelled. So 1 upon say C triple dash comes out to be 1 by C. This implies that C triple dash is equals to C. Got it? Fine. Now again we have to reduce the circuit. Now how to reduce the circuit? Now I am reducing the circuit over here. Let us say the capacitor C1. Let us say the capacitor say C6. Clear? These two, they are connected between the points A and B. Clear? Now since the equivalent of C dash and C double dash is connected between A and B. So since say C triple dash is connected between A and B. Clear? Now all these three capacitors, they are in parallel with each other. Okay? So C1, C triple dash and C6 are in parallel. Okay? Now let us do the calculations. Suppose say C equivalent is the resultant or the equivalent of all these three capacitors. So let us say C1 plus say C triple dash plus say C6. Okay? So the C equivalent can be written as, I am writing it over here. I am solving it over there. So the C equivalent is written as say C plus say C plus say C. So C equivalent is written as say 3C. So it will be the answer. Got it, students? I hope this approach is clear to you. Okay? Always use this approach when you find it difficult at the very first sight to identify the series combination or the parallel combination in the entire circuit or in any part of the circuit. Got it? Now, let us try one more question with the same approach. Yeah. Let us say C1, say C2, say C3. Let us the point say, let us the point say B. This is the circuit. Clear? Now again, when we are moving from A to B, okay, when we are starting from A, we comes at this particular junction, we are finding the branch. And when we are crossing the first capacitor, again we are finding out the branch. When we are again moving over the next junction, we are again finding out the branch. I want to say that at the very first sight, it becomes very difficult for anyone to identify the series or the parallel combination. Okay? So we are going to use the same approach. Now say, it is the point say, so we are going to call this point as A. Now, from this junction, it is say the wire. Wire. So this is say the junction. Now let us start from B. It is B. So this junction is also B. Again there is a wire. So this junction is also B. Clear? First of all, the naming of the junction is completed. Okay? Then what you have to do? We have to just name out the capacitors. Okay? We have to name the capacitors. Now I am marking the plates of the capacitors with the numbers. Say the capacitor C1 is marked as 1, 2, C2 is marked as say 3, 4, and C3 is marked as say 5, 6. Now we have to just write out the names of the capacitors. C1 is 1, 2, C2 is 3, 4, and C3 is 5, 6. Okay. Now let us target the junctions, the names of the junctions. We are when we are looking at the circuit, we are finding out only two letters, say the letters A and B. So all the capacitors, they are connected between A and B, okay, as it appears in the circuit. Now, in the left side, we have the point say A, okay. Let us write out the names of the plates which are connected with the junction A. With the junction A. Junction A, the first plate is connected with the junction A. Okay, then again, via junction A, on the left, the plate 4th, and on the right, the plate 5th. Say 4th and 5th, they are again connected with A. Okay, now on the right hand side, we have the junction B. Remember one very important thing, when I am talking about the right side and the left side, then I am talking about the extremes, okay, the extremes of the junctions, that is the end sides, okay. If there exists any junction in between, as it was the point O in the last question, you have to again mark it out. Now, B, the plate 6 is connected with B. B, the plate 2 and plate 3, they are connected with B. So 2, 3 and 6, they are connected with B. Now count out the plates. 3 plates in total 6. The total plates available, they are again 6. When we are just counting and telling the number of plates, then our target is that we are not missing any plate of any capacitor. Clear? Now rebuild the circuit. The circuit has to be rebuilt between the points A and B. Why? Because there are two junctions, say A and B only. So from this point A, we have to connect 3 plates. So what we are going to do, we are going to produce 3 arms. Okay? From the point A, 3 arms are to be produced. Mark the capacitors, mark the plates, name the plates, say 1, 4 and 5. Okay, complete the naming of the capacitors using this format. 1, 2, 4 and 3, 5 and 6. Okay, now take a look at the data. The right side B, is connected with the plates, say 2, 3 and 6. 2, 3 and 6, they are available. Say it is the point say B. This way. Clear? Okay. Now at this particular site, it becomes very difficult for us to find out the series combination or the parallel combination. But when we are using this potential approach and just rebuilding the circuit, then it becomes quite simpler. In this site, in the very first site over here, after building the circuit, it becomes very easy for us to identify the series combination or the parallel combination. Okay? Now, name the capacitors. Say it is C1, it is say C2, and it is say C3. Now we can say that all these capacitors, they are connected in parallel with each other between the points A and B. So C1, C2 and C3 are in parallel between A and B. Clear? Now if we want to solve, let us suppose that the values say C1 is equal to, say C2 is equal to, C3 is equal to C. Okay, let us do the calculations. Now C equivalent is written as say C1 plus say C2 plus say C3. So the C equivalent is written as C plus C plus C. It is equal to say 3C. So C equivalent is 3C. Got it? Okay? Copy it. Now, since I am giving you one question for homework, okay? Better try this question using any suitable approach, whatever approach you may like, okay? Suppose say it is the point A, it is the point say B. Say C1, say C2, say C3, and say C4. It is the circuit sense. You have to solve the equivalent between A and B. Solve the equivalent capacitance between A and B. Say C1 is equal, C2 is equal, C3 is equal to say C4 is equal to say C. Okay? Now, this question is your homework. Okay? Now, I will discuss another type. This particular type is given the special name Wheatstone bridge. Okay? Copy this. It is your homework. Wheatstone bridge. Remember, the Wheatstone bridge is the combination of 5 circuit elements. Okay? Now, we are discussing the concept of capacitors. So, in this particular circuit, I will use the capacitors as the circuit components. But in the next chapter, current electricity, the resistors can also be used instead of capacitors. Okay? Say it as C1, it is as C2, it is as C3, it is as C4, and it is as C5. Now, this special circuit is called Wheatstone bridge. What is the speciality? When since the battery is connected between the points A and B, then the total charge, when suppose I am talking about the speciality, okay, the circuit is called the Wheatstone bridge. What is the speciality of the circuit? Let us suppose the battery is connected between the points A and B. Plus Q is the total charge drawn from the battery. This is the charge plus Q. This plus Q is the arriving charge. This arriving charge, it will divide in 2 parts. It will divide in 2 parts. Got it, sense? Okay, clear? Now, one part will flow in this part, in the sun. The other part will flow in the sun. Got it? Let us say the point A. It is the point A. It is the point say B. Let us call this point as say D, and let us call this point as say E. Got it? The speciality of the circuit is clear. Okay, there is a misconception. There is a misconception for Wheatstone bridge. I will discuss that misconception after this Wheatstone bridge. Okay. Now, how we are going to solve this circuit? Now, sirs, this arm, say AD and AE, they are called the ratio arms. Clear? Now, in the circuit, you have to take the ratio. If suppose C1 by C2, it is equal to say C4 by C5. C4 by C5. Clear? Then what do you have to say? Then you have to say, then the bridge is said to be balanced. It is the term. It is the balancing condition. This ratio, if this exists, it is the balancing condition of the Wheatstone bridge. Now, when the Wheatstone bridge is balanced, then what happens? Then the potential of the point D, it is equals to the potential of the point E. Potential of the point D is equal to the potential of the point E. When the potentials of the junctions, say D and E, are same, then there does not exist any potential difference between D and E. When there does not exist any potential difference between D and E, then this capacitor C3 which is connected between D and E, it will not store any charge. Why? Because there does not exist any potential difference across it. So, in this situation, what we are going to do, it is better to neglect this C3 from the parent circuit. We have to neglect C3 from the parent circuit. Now, VD is equal to VE, so this VD minus VE, VD minus VE is equal to 0. So, neglect. We have to neglect C3 from the circuit. Got it? Clear? ओके तो बेटा ये कब करना है? ये तब करना है जब ब्रिज बैलेंस स्टेट में है, जब बैलेंसिंग कंडीशन एग्जिस्ट करती है तब ये करना है, अदरवाइज नहीं करना है. बात समझ आ गई? ओके ओके, कॉपी इट. Now since after neglecting the C3 from the circuit, now let us suppose that we had neglected C3 from the circuit. What we are left with? We are left with C1, C2, C4 and C5. Okay. Now let us do the calculations. When you are moving from A to B, you have two paths. Let us say the first path. When you are going from A to B via this path, there does not exist any branch at the point D. So the C1 and C2, they are connected in series with each other between A and B. Clear? बात समझ आ गई? Now again, there exists another path, and it is the second path. We can go from the point A to the point B via the capacitors C4 and C5. Clear? And again, after neglecting C3, we are again finding out that there does not exist any branching at this junction say E. So, the C4 and C5, again they are in series with each other. Clear? Okay. Now the calculations. Let us suppose C1 is equal to say C3 is equal, C4 is equal, C5 is equal, C. All the capacitances they are equal. Let us suppose. Now C1 and C2, are in series between A and B. Also, C4 and C5 are in series between A and B. Clear? So, let us do the calculation for C1 and C2 first of all. 1 upon say C dash is written as say 1 upon say C1 plus 1 upon say C2. So 1 upon say C dash is written as 1 upon say C plus 1 upon say C. So it is written as say 2 divided by C. So C dash is written as say C by 2. Okay? Clear? Now let us again do the calculation for C4 and C5. 1 upon say C double dash is the equivalent of C4 and C5. It is 1 upon C plus 1 upon C. So it is 2 divided by C. So the C double dash is equals to say again C by 2. Got it? Clear? Now how we are going to reduce the circuit? Now when we are removing C1 and C2 from the parent circuit, we have to connect a capacitor whose capacitance is C dash between A and B. This way. It is a C dash. And when we are removing C4 and C5 from the parent circuit, C4 and C5 they were connected between A and B. Okay, and their equivalent is C double dash. So C double dash has to be connected between A and B. Now clearly, the C dash and C double dash, they are in parallel with each other. Okay? Okay? Now, after rebuilding the circuit, C dash and C double dash are in parallel with each other. Got it? बात समझ आ गई? So let us suppose say C equivalent is written as say C dash plus say C double dash. Okay, they are in parallel. So the C equivalent is written as say it is C by 2 plus it is C by 2. So it is say 2C by 2. Cancel it. So C equivalent. So C equivalent is written as C. Got it? Okay, this is how we can solve the Wheatstone bridge. Clear? Copy it. Copy it. Now since we are discussing another type, and in this particular type we are provided with a system of plates with the dielectrics. Clear? System of plates with dielectrics. Clear? In the first section, I will discuss the series combination. Okay? Now these are the two plates, identical plates. Capital A is the area of each plate. Clear? And this dotted line is the interface. The space between this dotted line and this upper plate is filled with a dielectric medium whose dielectric constant is K. This way. And the space between this dotted line and this lower plate is filled with another dielectric substance whose dielectric constant is K. This way. Okay? Now let us suppose that the distance between the plates, 2D is the distance between the plates. Okay? This entire distance is say 2D. And this distance, let us suppose it is say D. If this distance is D, then it is quite obvious that this distance is also equals to D. Okay? Now, it is the case of series combination. Now, what is very special or how to identify that it is the series combination? I am giving you a tip. Look at this interface. When this interface, look at this interface. This interface is parallel to the plates. Interface is parallel to plates. When it happens, then it is always a case of series combination. Why I am saying it's so? Because we have to rebuild the circuit. Now what you have to do, we are going to break the system at the interface. Okay? How we are going to break the system? Take a look. This was the junction D. This was the junction say E. Okay? Actually, this system of two plates, it was the junction. Okay? And we are now we are going to connect them by a wire. Got it? बेटा बात समझ आ गई? इंटरफेस को कैसे ब्रेक करना है? इंटरफेस को ऐसे ब्रेक करना है. ये इंटरफेस था जिसको मैंने डॉटेड से एनसर्कल किया. पल्ले पड़ गई बात? तो बेटा जब भी दिखाई दे, जब भी पेरेंट फिगर जो मैंने ड्रॉ किया था वैसा दिखाई दे तो वो सीरीज कॉम्बिनेशन होता है. कैसे पता लगेगा? इंटरफेस प्लेट्स के पैरेलल दिखाई देगा. इंटरफेस जब प्लेट्स के पैरेलल दिखाई दे तो सर्किट को ब्रेक कैसे करना है? सर्किट को हमेशा ऐसे ब्रेक करना है. ऐसे ब्रेक करना है. बात समझ आ गई? तो ये जो डिस्टेंस है बिटवीन द प्लेट्स ये डी होगा. ये वाला जो डिस्टेंस है बिटवीन द प्लेट्स ये भी डी होगा. ओके? नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू call this capacitor as C1 and this capacitor as C2. Then what do you have to do? We have to write out the capacitances. Say C1 is written as A epsilon naught into K1 by D. And C2 is again written as A epsilon naught into say K2 divided by D. Okay? Now as these two capacitors, they are connected in series with each other. Then we have to solve for their equivalent. Let us suppose say that CS is the equivalent of these two capacitors. It is 1 upon say C1 plus 1 upon say C2. Fine. So 1 upon say CS is written as d divided by a epsilon naught k1 plus d divided by a epsilon naught k2. Got it? Solving it, 1 upon cs is written as say d divided by a epsilon naught is made common. 1 upon say k1 plus 1 upon say k2. Okay? On further doing the calculation, this 1 upon cs is written as say d divided by a epsilon naught. It is say k2 plus say k1 divided by k1 k2. Okay? So the cs is written as a epsilon naught by d k1 k2 divided by k2 plus say k1. Fine. This will be the result. This will be the result. Okay? Copied. Now, parallel combination. Now, in the parallel combination, the interface is perpendicular to the plates. Interface is perpendicular to the plates. Okay? Now, let us suppose say that 2A is the area of each plate and small d is the distance between the plates. Okay? So this distance is say d and this area is say 2a. Clear? Okay. Now again, we have to reduce the circuit. Again, you have to break the circuit at the interface. Now, when you are splitting the circuit at the interface, then you will get two different parts. Okay. Now, take a careful look at the two different parts. ओके this way. बेटा यहाँ पे इंटरफेस था, स्प्लिट कर दिया है, इधर लेफ्ट वाला पार्ट उधर राइट वाला पार्ट. A is the area of each plate now. Okay, and small d is the distance between the two plates. Okay, now both the plates, they are still connected with the junction D. And on the lower side, both the plates, they are still connected with A. Okay. Now we are giving the name. Let us call this as capacitor C1 and this capacitor as C2. Clear? Now what is happening? The interface, I already told. Now C1 is written as A epsilon naught K1 by D, and C2 is written as A epsilon naught K2 by D. Fine. Okay. Now, as the two capacitors, they are connected in parallel with each other. Parallel में कैसे दिखाई दे रहा है? क्योंकि बेटा दोनों कैपेसिटर्स की ऊपर वाली प्लेट कॉमन जंक्शन के साथ कनेक्टेड है, नीचे वाली प्लेट्स भी कॉमन जंक्शन के साथ कनेक्टेड है. So C equivalent is written as say C1 plus say C2. Okay. So the C equivalent is written as A epsilon naught by D into say K1 plus A epsilon naught by D into say K2. Okay. Solving it, C equivalent is written as A epsilon naught by D is made common. It is K1 plus A K2. This will be the result. Okay. Fine. Now this is all for today. Okay. We are going to complete this electrostats in next either one or two lectures. Fine. Okay.